I'm invisible. There we are. So, look at me. I'm streaming 2 days in a row. It's almost like I exist. Life update. I have a Microsoft, Surface tablet now. It's really good. I didn't buy it. It was my dad's, but now I have it for school stuff because I'll need a lot of Adobe products and my computer just can't handle. If I got Photoshop and Premiere Pro and stuff, I'd have to delete Streamlabs and Luppet and everything. Then what's the point? The only reason I wanted to learn how to edit videos is to make YouTube videos. Speaking of, now that I have a tablet and I have access to Premiere Pro that works, I just uploaded my first edited video. It's about 40 minutes long, I think. It was just essentially just my VOD from the first Persona 4 Golden stream, but some things were clipped out, and yeah, it's been essentially, I only know the basics to editing. I know how to remove segments of a video. I know how to pause a video, add sound effects and transitions and stuff, just the basic stuff. So it's nothing fancy. It is just my VOD, but without all the technical difficulties. So if you're interested in seeing that, you can find my YouTube at Imperora. I also usually upload all my VODs there. I've been very not vigilant in the past with that. With the Danganronpa streams, I only uploaded up to until Chihiro's death, and then I stopped uploading those VODs. But I've been more on it. I've been making sure to upload VODs shortly after I finish streaming. If you ever miss a stream, you can easily get one there. Okay, but today we're not playing Persona. We are playing Dead by Daylight. But not the Dead by Daylight. I don't know how many of you are aware of this. They released a dating simulator. It's like anime. You can date the Trapper, the Wraith, the Huntress, or the Spirit. And they're all really cute. The Huntress is a cute... the Huntress is a cutie pie. But Huntress is I love Huntress. But the Wraith is a cutie pie. He's just a shy little guy. Huntress has legs that could crush my head. The Spirit is a queen. And Trapper exists. I'll give him that. I don't like him. I'm going to admit, I've played a little bit of this. I played with my friend. We're doing the Wraith route. But for the purpose of these streams, I'm going to be trying to romance the Spirit, because you'll see, she is absolutely gorgeous. Okay. Let's get to it. Okay, so this is where you can see some of the... That's not a romanceable guy. But, here's the Huntress. So you guys look at the beauty of these guys. That's the Trapper. See, he does nothing for me. I'm not straight enough for him. Look at her! She's so beautiful! And there's a cute little Wraith. Okay, we're gonna do a new game. Of course we're gonna go by Rin. Alright, and you bet we're voice acting. Oh, let me remember to unmute the desktop audio so we don't have the same issues we had last time. It's also kind of a quiet game, so I'm gonna turn it up a bit. Or maybe it's because... Do I just have it turned down in my audio mixer? Just a moment. Good thing the loading screen is taking forever anyway, so... It's perfect time for me to mess with this. No, it should be about as loud as everything else. Here. Ah! That should be good, hopefully. Can you hear it? Okay, this moment you're gonna have to deal with an echo while I listen to the audio on my stream. Okay, you can hear it. Okay. let's get this started. You wake up on the beach, soaking wet, salt water stinging the inside of your throat, as if you'd nearly drowned. Water falls from your mouth as you open it to gasp for air. Oh, wait, I need to open the chat overlay so I can actually read chat while I'm gaming. I'm so eager to start this game, I keep missing things. Game overlay. Come on. We've got this, team. Move the chat over there. And then... There we go. Okay, now we got it. Now we're good. Okay. You have no memory of how you got here. In fact, you can only remember your own name, but not where you came from, or a single fact about your life. What you do know is that, despite the outrageous beauty of the landscape around you, you feel incredibly sick to your stomach. Wow, really went down the wrong pipe, huh? You need a minute, or can I go on? Because I can give you a minute. We've got plenty of time. Endless time, really. An eternity, if you catch my drift. Whoa, not now, Ocean. Sorry, Rin. May I continue? Please, go on. Should I give the narrator a different voice than Rin? I feel like it, because I know this game, like, the narrator talks with you. Okay. Okay, then. As I was. Oh, no, I'm not gonna give it some lame accent. As I was saying... You look down at your feet, ankle deep in the crystal blue water of a newly arrived wave. As the water recedes back into the ocean, it reveals a grotesque discovery. Oh, yeah, I guess with your content warning, some, like, gore and shit, but you know, it's Dead by Daylight. If you're not prepared for that when you come in, I don't know what to tell you. A decomposing face stares up at you from beneath the sand. All you can do is vomit. A stream of dark bile, bugs, worm, and other ick. A stream of dark bile, bugs, worm, and other ick. Okay. Questions race through your mind. Where are you? How did you get here? Who is behind this incredibly charming and well-spoken voice in your head? However, answers don't come easy. Your mind is completely blank. What will you do? Our first choice of the game, guys. What's it gonna be? We're gonna run, close our eyes, or dig up that face. I really like the close your eyes options. It's like we're in denial. This can't be happening, so I will just be closing my eyes, because out of sight, out of mind. You close your eyes. This must be a nightmare, right? This is not happening. This is not happening. The mantra centers you, and you're briefly able to find peace. The lapping waves go silent, and for the first time in your entire life, it feels like you're in control. When you open your eyes, you're in the exact same place, except now the disgusting corpse face is smiling at you? Even the dead have a wondrous time on our island. I promise you will too. Don't worry, you're going to do just fine. We wouldn't want anyone else. Well, that was sure weird, that voice again. Do oceans normally talk? Your memory isn't right, but you're pretty sure you remember learning as a child that oceans do not speak directly to people in spooky terms. Your mind doesn't have a chance to linger any longer on your current situation, as you feel something soft bump into your foot. When you look down, you find a volleyball sitting in the sand there next to you. You stare down, frozen. A voice calls out from behind you. Little help, please? You turn around, and when you see what's waiting for you, your jaw just about hits the ground. Okay, what voice should I give everyone? Just bask in their glory. Nah. Four gorgeous monsters stand halfway between you and a well-tended volleyball court. Each of them oozes with undead energy, a magical aura reaching out and penetrating you, via your eyes. Your heart begins to race. Curiosity, fear, desire. You can't help but stare at these casually dressed, let's call them killers. I don't know, not to be judgmental, but that's just the energy they put out there. So many competing feelings rush through your mind at once that you are completely paralyzed. Hello? There are weird days, and then there's this. All you can do is look down at the ball and back up at the monstrous line of, well, literal monsters. Sexy-ass monsters, though. What do you do? Say nothing. Do nothing. Okay. We don't want to ruin our first impression by being an asshole or just like a wimp. So, we're going to have to toss it back or kick it back. It's volleyball. You don't typically kick a volleyball. Let's just toss it back. You bend down and grab the ball. It's warm from sitting in the sand on this beautiful day. Have they not been using it? Has it just been sitting in the sand? When you give the ball a toss, it arcs beautifully through the air and lands right in Huntress's hands. Not bad, stranger. Huntress's muscles ripple as she grips it in her hand. You look her up and down and consider what it might be like to be held tightly in those strong arms. Warm, perhaps. Maybe a little sweaty, but that's okay. It's natural. Also realizing that since I'm reading from the bottom of the screen, my head is, like, perpetually tilted downward. Let me see if I can do something about that. Okay, that's fine. Okay. Okay, let's do this. Try hard much? Blech. They're speaking directly to you, but you still can't bring yourself to reply. You're entranced. When you snap out of it, you realize that everyone has gone back to the volleyball court. Alone again, you look across the beach at these strange residents who casually bat a volleyball back and forth, happily ignoring your intrusion onto their private beach. Should you be frightened? Worried? Excited? I did refer to them as killers, not to give too much away. But at the same time, damn, they are looking very appealing in their own way, and nobody so much as lifted a blood-soaked finger in your direction. Don't be scared, Rin. You were made for this. Well, geez, if the spooky ocean voice says not to be scared, I'm sure it's all going to work out. With no good reason not to, you decide to head over and see what happens next. It seems like you've derailed the volleyball game just by showing up. You derailed the game just by showing up, nitwit. And I guess you're also a nitwit. Look, it's best to just go with what Trapper says when he says it. That's a policy I hold for pretty much anyone who always seems to have a fresh blood on their hands. Hey, don't worry about it. It's all just a game. Existence, that is. Besides, you seem a lot more interesting than a silly game. What's your deal? What brings you here? You mean they're here to do more than distract from my total domination? That was Wraith. That sign means he was done with the game, too. Either that or he saw a butterfly or something. Look, I don't care why this slack-jawed moron is here. I just want to know. Can I kill them or not? You know you can't. At least not yet. Oh yeah, not yet. Hey, Rin, you might want to, say something. Actually, never mind. There'll be plenty of time for that soon enough. Right now, this group has some questions for you. Be warned, answer quickly and answer well. This is a timed quiz, and it will be very important later. Very important. Or not important in any way whatsoever. Probably that one. I can't remember. How attractive would you say you are? I'm a smoke show. I'd say I'm very attractive. That's what you think very attractive is, compared to this? Trapper flexes and his muscles are so tight you can practically see the blood running through his veins. If you could have any superpowers, what would it be? Flight, I guess. Flight, for sure. Technically, I suppose I can fly. Honestly, it's not all that it's cracked up to be. As far as I go, I'm still not where I want to be. What was your best subject in school? Let's see what would it, I think the spirit would appreciate skipping class more. You could say I majored in skipping class. Oh. If I had ever gone to school, I'm sure I would have done great in skipping class. I prefer skipping over walking almost always. What's your favorite animal? I don't what? I like when I played this. I looked this up. They're like ferrets or something. Definitely a cat. What? Why is everyone looking at me? You think it's because I'm the typical cute goth girl I have some specific love of all things cats, and more specifically black cats? Well, I do, but you can all go to hell anyway. What's your favorite color? I'll say blue. Blue. Blue isn't good for productivity. Makes people want to be lazy. What's your dream job? Gaming. Not working at all. If we get to do what we really want, why work at all? It takes a lot of courage to break free from society's expectations to climb the ladder. Only she could spin laziness into some kind of grand crusade. These damned millennials. Best flavor of ice cream. Vanilla. I never really tried horseflesh, but I don't know. I don't think it'd be good in ice cream form, you know? Vanilla? My favorite flavor is pain. Same. Same here. Mine is vanilla. Swirl with pain. I think mint chip is the greatest flavor ever conceived myself. But enough about ice cream, am I right? Oh, hold on a second. This reminds me. I am right. Always. It's a lesson you should learn before we go too much further. Do what I say if you want to survive. Pick mint chip. We're teaching lessons now, narrator. You rascal. Kill or be killed is the rule on this island, even for faceless voices. Tell me, what's the best flavor of ice cream? See, I'm not gonna say this because you told me to. I'm gonna say this because I honestly agree with you. Mint chip. The best flavor is mint chip. So obedient. I think you're gonna do just fine. Anywho, now that they know so much about you, I'm sure the group wants you to start getting to know them. I'm Trapper. I pretty much run things around here. I'm the smartest, richest, strongest person on this whole island. I don't like losers. If you want to know what a loser is, say hello to Wraith. Hi, I'm Wraith. I'm nothing like everyone else. I like nice people and loathe big dumb idiots. Hey, what's up? I'm Spirit. I don't like most things. I don't really hate most things either. It's not worth my time. But the things I do hate, I really hate, you know? Based on my personal observations, life is nothing but suffering, and society is a carefully calculated lie to keep everyone subservient to those in power. It's better to choose to just not take part. Jeez, it's like she was downright murdered by society. She hates it so much. Oh, no, wait. I'm remembering Spirit's story now, and that's almost exactly what happened. Hey, I'm Huntress. Don't let these bummers get you down. There's lots of fun to be had on this island, along with lots of love. Yeah, there is, if you know what I mean. Grow up. Grow a body. I've explained this 1,000 times. I'm dead, but I'm not a literal ghost. I just create a trail of fog. I'm not made of it. Whatever, fog body. That's not nice. He's not nice. You love it. Only sometimes. Ew, really? That's disgusting. That's why she likes it. Don't speak for me. I also hate it. Stop speaking entirely, actually. For the first time ever, I agree with Wraith. What'd he say? Let's move on, otherwise they'll do this all day. Besides, if I know this crew, and I do, they'll want to show off soon enough. If we're done playing, let's do something else instead. Wow, for once I actually agree with the meathead. I say we go to my yacht. It's a massive boat docked nearby. I'll give everyone a taste of true luxury and power. Wraith rolls his eyes. Don't mind him. He just hates fun and happiness. No, I hate the endless, desperate, soul-crushing pursuit of wealth, the way it's flaunted needlessly, and the cruelty it engenders. What about hanging out by the pool? I found the water calming. Simple. Beautiful. A pool at a beach. I'll never understand. I guess, like, obviously salt water is different than fresh or than pool water. But, like, I don't know. Hey, what about our volleyball game? We can exercise and have some fun as a group. Are you all serious? There's a perfectly good lounge to chill out at right here. I'm tired, and besides, I hate being in the sun, as evidenced by my giant-ass hat. Where do you want to go? We want to hang out with Spirit, of course. No! I assumed that was the lounge area. That would make sense that it's a yacht, though. Perfect. You obviously have a modicum of taste and good judgment. At least I hope you do. Guess we'll find out. I just assumed it would be in the same order that they had presented them. I didn't realize it was like, oh, I'm just a dumbass. I didn't even look at the pictures. Worst case, we'll find out how strong your bones are, how heavy you are to pick up and throw, and how fast your lifeless body sinks. Should be a pretty chill day regardless. Hold on. Just for one moment. This is Dwight and Claudette, our activity coordinators. They're also the cooks, waiters, bartenders, janitors, and every other job. They're the only help remaining on this island. This place we call Murderer's Island. Cue dramatic musical flourish. None of the others survived. Survived the interview process, I mean. Hence why we shall heretofore refer to them as survivors, with a capital S. These two have worked here a long time. So very long. I don't actually know how long it's been. Sorry. Anyway, I should probably let Dwight and Claudette do their mandated jobs. They sure look happy, but they're vibrating with a nervous energy that is starting to give me the creeps. Look at Claudette's cute little pose. We will now escort the group to the venue of your choosing. However, in the future, we recommend waiting for us to present you with your options whenever possible, and don't just run off to various activities unsupervised. We don't have much autonomy around here. The least you can do is allow us to do our job. The most you can do is help us get off this isle. Dwight! Yes, pardon me. Please, follow us. Hey, narrator? Yes? Something I can help you with? Those two, Claudette and Dwight. Did they just start to mention something about wanting to escape? Is escape an option? Should I be trying to escape? Escape? Them? Oh, no. I think you're mistaken. It seems like Dwight was asking for help to get off this island, though. Oh, right, that. Yes, it's true, he was. But he just meant that he wants to get to the other vacation island getaway. A couple miles south of here. It has much fancier accommodations than this island. It's one of those big corporate outfits, quite exclusive, where all the famous celebrities hang out. Very luxurious. Doesn't quite have the charm that this island has, though. Trust me, you wouldn't want to go there. With all that money comes a lot of restrictions. This is where you belong. Now, off you go. It's time for an activity. On this island, your decisions matter. Mostly. When I agree with them. Not like that other island. So what'll it be? Okay. I'm assuming this is pool. This is volleyball. This is the yacht. So we want to hang out with the lounge. Okay. Finally. Oh. Hi, Fraven. Or is that Sumo? It's Sumo. Finally, freedom from the preposterous premise that the four of us would be engaged in some sort of thrilling 2-on-2 volleyball match. Spirit looks at you from beneath her gigantic sun hat. She takes a conspiratorial tone. I don't know whose idea volleyball was in the first place, but I hate them. I tried to feign a sprained ankle, but everyone already knows that I technically float above the ground, so nobody believed I was even putting any pressure on my joints in the first place. Then I tried to annoy everyone by not giving a crap, and when that didn't work, I tried whining, but then that didn't work. I threatened to kill every single person on this island. But it turns out I'm not the first to toss those kinds of threats around on this island. So, thanks, I guess, for getting it caught off. Are we threatening to end each other again? Now it's Dwight who takes on a conspiratorial tone, his eyes shifting as he slips into a loud whisper. Whips, sir. Sorry, not whisper. Whips, sir. Please, just make it quick. Huh? Is what you'll be saying when we get behind the bar to make you the drink of your dreams. Dwight, are you okay? Ha ha ha! Hilarious, right? Right, Dwight? Yeah, right. So, what'll you be having? I don't know. I don't drink. Hi. Oh my gosh, this cat is so cute. Come here. He sniffed my finger. He's not interested in touching me, though. But you'll have to take my word that he is adorable. Okay. What'll we be having? Sangria, that sounds fun. Something fruity, but refreshing. Hold the coconut rum. Sangria, maybe? My pleasure. That sounds nice. We used to make drinks like that back home. Well, not we, exactly. I watched someone drink a drink like that once. They looked happy. Now's your chance to be the one with the drink. What do you say? Is this some sort of juice for a child? Are there children hanging about? No, it's for adults. The kind who like, you know, tropical fun. Oh, I see. Huntress really seemed to perk up at the idea of kids being around, and it's bummed to hear there aren't any. But I'm quite glad it's just grown-ups on this island. Personally. Little ones should definitely not be exposed to this. Not my cup of tea, but okay, sure. We can still use it for a toast, yeah? To new adventures. To new friends. To, clink. Did you just say clink? No. Since we've fulfilled your requests, it's time for you to return the favor. I should have known there was a catch. Icebreaker time! I swear, had I known they'd pull this kind of faux enthusiastic community building crap, I'd have suggested we attempt to walk to the lowest point of the ocean before I ever set foot near this bar. You don't think it could be kind of fun? A little fun? Never mind, I hate it. This sucks. But it could be fine. Or whatever you say. Has anyone seen my hat? I've literally never seen them in a hat. If we must make small talk, I'm at least picking a topic before we end up being forced to do some lame improv game that the nerds learn at their non-sport after-school activities that I definitely never did because I'm no nerd. Methinks a certain someone doth protest too much. Sitting here on this beautiful sunny afternoon, one sound beneath the cool fog beneath my severed feet. The topic I choose is books. Novels, comics, fiction, or none. Reading is the only real escape from the inescapable horror of life. The escape into your own mind. A groan rolls through the crowd. Not a lot of readers here, I'd imagined, based on that response. They were much more enthusiastic about drinking. Considering the situation we're in, it seems an appropriate time to ask you. Rin, what's your desert island book? The one book you'd bring with you if you were, well, on an island like this. Oh, and it has to be classic horror, for reasons that should be obvious. She means because this is an island full of horror villains, and also those books are all in the public domain. Nothing too modern. Humanity has really gotten soft these past 100 years. So what's your favorite? I don't know the story of Dracula. I do know he's a vampire. I don't know the story of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. I do know it's like a split personality thing, I think. And then Frankenstein, I have the general gist down. But I've never actually read any of these. But since we know more about Frankenstein, we'll reply with that. I didn't actually read it. I'm fucking busted. But I've seen like 3 movie versions of Frankenstein. They've all been pretty good. Oh, you know you can lie to make yourself look smarter. They're killers, not mind readers. Oh, that's a good one. Seeking knowledge but finding only death? Yeah, been there. I can't say that my experiments have been as successful, but, well, fingers crossed. Everything I do, I end up just, like, choosing Wraith. Like, I had no idea this would be Wraith's, like, favorite. I'm trying to romance the spirit, I swear. And fire? Don't even get me started. Experiments? Crap. Not again. I swear. Every excuse you give him, it's this talk about. Shut up. Did you just tell me to shut up? Sorry. Take it from me. This one likes to think he's the scientist, but he's actually the monster. Can't I be a little bit of both? Like I said, I haven't actually read it, but it sounds smart enough that I'd be willing to believe it's the true meaning of the story. Enough about these old stories that belong to someone else. I think it's time to make up some new stories of our own. Before you know what's going on, Huntress is waving an empty vodka bottle in the air, a devilish twinkle in her half-masked covered eye. Might I suggest something a little naughty? Let's all get in a circle and spin this bad boy. Trickster! Dude, look at him. In the Wraith's route that I took, he doesn't show up until, like, this, like, later into the game. I can't believe he's already shown up. That's kind of funny. But, like, look at him. I hate that he's, like, in this, but he's not a romance option. He's just a human. Like, there's nothing scary about him. Great idea. Trickster. Isn't this a bit late to introduce a new character? I thought I was the one who gets to make the rules, so I'm not sure who I'm asking. But I wasn't ready for this. Well, hello. And who is this new fan in the waiting? Beat it, hack. I don't know. What's the harm in inviting one more person to join the circle of our game? Oh, I can't stay. I was just saying it's a great idea, while also teasing the secret trickster ending. You're lying. There's no secret trickster ending. You're lying. Wait, you're lying. Someone tell me he's lying. I looked it up specifically when I played this game. Okay, well, I'm screenshotting this and sending this to my friend, just to be safe. Oh my gosh. Imagine my computer working. No. Okay, just open Discord, please. Okay. I've got much better things to do than to hang out here. I'm famous. Toodaloo. The rules are simple. First you spin, then you swap spit, that is. Huh? Then you swap spit, that is. Oh, are we talking about kissing? Okay. I was like, then you swap. I thought he was like trying to correct himself. But let's be clear, this ain't a peep show. We're here to have a good time, but in a classy way. All makeups will happen out of view of the public eye. Real romantic-like. Yes, romance is the goal. So we'll all be waiting here in complete silence, trying to listen and use our imaginations while you make out on this other side of the bar. But not watching. Like adults. Romantic, well-adjusted adults. Rin, you're up. You grip the bottle in your hand. And put your fate in the hands of the empty bottle gods. Okay, so these... Okay. Okay. So this is the game. Oh no, it's too fast. What if I accidentally get Trapper, though? No! Okay, thank the Lord. First, we have to spin it. The first person to get... No! This sucks! This is, like, inconsistent. I don't know what's going on. Okay. Anyone but Trapper, please. Okay. Got one on Spirit. Okay. I'm fine with kissing Huntress. Just anyone but Trapper. I really want Spirit, though. No! Just this morning, we're waking up on a strange beach, surrounded by strangers with murderous intent. Now you're looking across the beach towel at Trapper, lust in his eyes, sweat glistening in his... He's so disgusting! Your heart races. You can feel your pulse pounding in your ears. Ugh. Can I choose not to kiss him? You're sweating in the gross way you'd sweat at the interview for a job you're not even remotely qualified for. You don't know what to do. If you try and lock lips with his state, you might gross him out so completely that he'll never be able to look at you romantically again. Trapper, we... Save it. It's not happening. Thank the Lord! Don't cry. I know. To get this close to a living god, and then feel the sting of his rejection, it might hurt bad. But don't take it personally. Well, do, but use it to make yourself stronger. It's not because I don't want to. It's because you haven't earned it yet. You might. Later. For now, it can't be that easy. Sure, maybe with one of the others. They're weak, sad, lonely. Not me. I don't need this. It's mine to give or to withhold. You really dodged a bullet. This means you'll have a chance to present yourself in a bit more flattering of a light later, assuming you survive. I'm not ashamed to tell you that I think you're cute. I would make out with you so hard your heart would cave in, if I wanted to, and I do, but I still won't. Tell anyone I told you this and you die. They die, and then I have you all revived and kill you again. Then I have you all revived and kill you. Okay. Speak English, please. If anyone asks, I was the best you ever had, which I might just be another time. I'm sorry, these deliveries are not good. I hate to pick up such a passionate moment. That we only assume was passionate because we'd never spy on you constantly while you stay on this island. But dinner is being served right away, and we must insist that you join us. Oh, hello, code glitch. I'm having a rough time of it. There's this Dead by Daylight dating sim, you see, and I really want to romance the spirit, but I've chosen options that is anybody but the spirit. We wouldn't want anyone dying of starvation, when there are so many more interesting things to die from. I don't. Okay. No. Sorry, I don't date strangers. Seems like the next activity is mealtime. How quaint. You were expecting what? Capture the flag? Do you know how complicated it is to run a game like that? Much more so than sitting and talking. You arrive at the cookout area to find an assortment of picnic tables scattered around. What were you expecting? Some kind of grand hall with a huge banquet table? This ain't some prestigious fantasy epic like you find on cable. Dwight and Claudette usher you to your seat, but there's very limited seating directly around you. And, oh great, terrific. It seems that everyone wants to sit next to you. Oh my gosh, my face, I just realized my face is a little bit slow when I move it. Has my face been this like slow oh, sorry, I'm watching the playback. Okay. For some reason, my computer does not like recording my model. It's very stuttery. So here's what we're gonna do. Well, good thing about dating simulators, good thing about dating simulators is it's perfect for people who want to date, but has had no luck. We're gonna do this. Thanks. I have exactly one laptop, and that is it. I have a headset, and the headset's supposed to have a mic, but I can't find the mic, so it literally is just a laptop and a headset. Even better is that they don't want to sit next to certain people either. To start, no one wants to sit next to Trapper, neither do I. Meanwhile, he refuses to sit next to Wraith the Trickster. Oh yeah, Trickster is here. Surprised? Yeah, well, they don't call him expected, sir? I'm sorry, even I get nervous around crowds of killers, and my whole shtick gets a little flustered. Hey there, you're looking good, Rin. Real good. Want to trade setups? I would like a second monitor. That way it'd be easier to, like, keep track of chat. But then I also did recently learn... Ah, shit, that hurt. That there's actually a chat overlay. But, I think it'd be nice to have a second monitor to have, like, the stream manager open on the side. And we literally can't tell Huntress and Trapper... We literally can't let Huntress and Trapper sit together. No, seriously. Their arms are too big. They can't fit at the table if they sit side by side. Look at this. We can't even fit everyone on screen at the same time. You probably think it was an error, but it's not. It was completely intentional. Let that be a lesson to you. Every error you think you see is a choice. Got that? Okay, Dwight and Claudette are directing traffic. You sit on one side. The rest of them will sit opposite you. They're like, oh no, how will we get everyone to fit at this one table? Let's put one person on this side and everyone else on the other side. You're too lazy to go to groceries, so you ordered everything? That's all my family ever does. We never actually go shopping. We always just make an online order and then go pick it up. Huntress and Trapper can sit at the ends with their enormous, sexy arms. Now that everyone is seated, we can begin dinner. Tonight's meal was prepared slowly and carefully with both love and hate for 12 hours over a spit. We hope you all enjoy. We really, really hope you do. Hey, you didn't actually tell us what you're serving. What are we eating? It's meat. Seasoned with a specific number of special herbs and spices that we simply can't divulge. My favorite. Meat is good. Meat is murder. Which you know, considering what you've been up to. Who are you to get judgy now? I'm just sharing facts. And you need to murder something to eat its meat, so that's, like, technically true. You going to make tarot readings with Yu-Gi-Oh cards? Good luck. I mean, I guess... I don't know. I know there's, like, a... I don't know about tarot, but I know with Lenormand that it's made so... each, like, you can do Lenormand readings with just a standard deck of playing cards. Technically true is the best kind of true. Okay, enough yapping. Let's eat. Hey, Rin, you thinking what I'm thinking? It's gonna be a prison on that spit. It's gonna be a person on that spit, right? Or several parts of overlapping people, perhaps. I haven't seen many pigs wearing palm tree button-down pants, you know? When you look closely at the spit, you spot what definitely appears to be scraps of fabric sandwiched between some layers of meat. I think I might be sick. Is there anything else to eat? This took 12 hours. And we do literally everything on this island. Actually, there's one thing you're not doing today. You're not carving up this delectable meat. Wow, he's right for a change. 'Cause I am with my broad axe. It's the perfect tool for easily chopping anything in twain. First, who says twain? Sometimes I swear it's like we're all from completely different historical eras. Second, I'll handle this with my cleaver. Fast, powerful, and clean. At least it's clean when the meat is cooked. No blood. Ugh. You two and your ridiculous bicep swinging contest. Enough. Grow up. Obviously, my gorgeous katana is the only option. Obs. The hell it is. Oh, I'll show you both my katana and send you to actual hell if you'd like. Please stop. Please. I hate it when we fight, or talk, or even when we look at each other in the eye. I can do it. I have the Skull of Azeroth. Great. Instead of slicing it up, you can club it to a second death. Hey, Rin, I know this isn't what you want to eat, but hurry up and volunteer to carve up Felix. I mean dinner. Otherwise, this will go on for hours. No hyperbole. They once argued over who had the most effective weapon for 72 hours straight. And it doesn't matter which one does it. When they're done, they will take even longer cleaning their weapon, all the while explaining the value in maintaining your tools. That's like a reference to, like, every time they hit someone in the game, they have to, like, clean off their weapon. Despite being a bunch of cold-blooded killers, for some reason, they're always terrified of tetanus. Hey, why don't you just let me carve up dinner? Splendid idea. We'd hate for it to get cold. He hated it. He hated when it got cold. Here's a machete, freshly sharpened. Okay, every time... I think you just get those instructions every time we start a game. Bah. Bah. Look at me go. Look at me go. Why can't I be this good at the spin the bottle? Instead it made it look like I wanted to kiss Trapper. I don't. That was pretty good. I'd like to see what you could do with a less clumsy weapon. Yeah, I said it. Machetes are dumb. Dinner is finally served. For real. The sounds, especially coming from the mask killers while they eat, which involves lifting their masks and shoving food up behind them, are nasty. Spirit, meanwhile, doesn't even eat. She's the only one who seems to really be embracing being dead. They're all dead, right? This is obviously hell? I mean... Come on. We're still trying to be mysterious here. You think mystery comes easy? Claudette and Dwight aren't the only ones who have been working their asses off to make this night perfect. Well, at least they're lifting their masks. This is only 99% as disgusting as it could be if they just tried to mash stuff through there. Spirit, why aren't you hungry? The two best things about being dead is not having to eat. That's only one thing. Think about it, Rin. Number 2 is no number 2. One less thing to think about in the afterlife. Even if I wanted to eat, I have no idea what would actually follow. You might have noticed, but I'm mostly just a bunch of dismembered body parts floating in spectral form. Do you see how deep this cut on my abdomen is? I don't think my digestive tract connects anymore. Between the food and the behavior of the group, this might be the worst meal in history. But even worse is they're staring at you. You're not eating. They don't like that. I think they want an explanation why. What do you want to tell them? This is gross. I'm not eating this. Everything about this dinner is an abomination. From what is almost certainly human meat, to the lack of manners, to the lack of dismembered parts. To the talk of dismembered parts. And these noises. Everything is so vile I might throw up. Even Spirit is talking about number twos. I thought she was the classy one. Oh. Well then. I didn't realize our eating habits grossed you out. Don't be so judgmental. Sheesh. If I could feel shame or sadness, I might be experiencing both right now. But what I can feel is rage. When I am furious because you just ruined the meal. I have a whole leg to eat. Even though you're in the hot seat now, you're not nearly as panicked as you probably should be. It's almost certainly the lack of calories catching up to you, and you feel your whole body begin to shut itself down. Oh, hey, it's me again. Your friend, mentor, and guide. Narrator to the narrator, the ocean. Not sure how I feel about that characterization, but I'll allow it. I brought you here, and I might be the only one who can help you now. There's only one thing you must do to survive. You have to figure out why you're really here. No one can tell you, not unless you follow the right path, or at least a right path. There's too many of those to count. Hopefully you pick at least one of them. Because there are even more wrong paths. Many of them lead to your demise. Others lead to something even worse. Starting scene's over and having to fast forward back to where you were, am I right? For this place holds many secrets, even from itself. The one that truly matters can only be learned if you answer the most important question. Why are you here? Why are you here? Answer that and you'll learn the truth. The ultimate truth. Vague. Mysterious. I gotta give it up to this ocean character. That's some quality early game storytelling. You wake up to find Trapper holding— No! The game thinks I'm interested in Trapper. You wake up to find Trapper holding your limp body, gingerly pouring cool water into your mouth. No, I don't want this. Get it away from me. This is literally the opposite of what I want. You had me worried there, passing out like that. I thought maybe you died. That would have been terrible. Nobody dies on this island without me killing them. You hear that? Nobody. Thanks, I guess? Don't mention it. I mean that. Don't mention it. Someone might think I care for you. That can't happen. I've got a reputation to uphold. I'm starting to understand, I think. When you went down, it looked like you hit your head on the edge of the table. If it were me, the table would have been the one to crack open. I'm sure it really hurt you, though. So I figured a little ocean air might help wake you up, and I brought you down by the water. That's really thoughtful of you. What? A magnificently muscular, wealthy, artistically gifted Adonis can't be thoughtful? Don't answer, because it's obvious. Adonis was a pussy. Killed by a boar? Get out of here with that garbage. I do find myself in an unusual position, though. Despite the overwhelming probability that I'll eventually find myself standing over your lifeless corpse, I don't want you dead just yet. So I'm here to talk to you, like a regular human person. I don't want to. Trapper, God, this game. I swear to God, when I played through the Wraith's route, it was so much easier. We were like, let's go to the pool and hang out with Wraith, and we just chatted, and we played with different pool toys. And we didn't have to do some impossible spin the bottle game. I hate this. And right now I'm worried that I might be coming off a bit too forceful. I know my mere presence can be intimidating. But I don't want you to get the wrong impression about me, or how I feel about you. So I'll just put it out there. I might possibly like you. I can't say that about everyone, or really anyone else on this island. There's something different about you. You aren't like the others. Henceforth, I think it's time I shared something that you haven't shared with anyone else in a long time. It's a big part of who I am, and I think you're ready for it. You watch as Trapper reaches into his singlet and pulls out some sort of rolled-up scroll of paper. He grips it firmly in his hand. It's one of my sketches. I don't know if you know this, but I love to draw. The arts have always been a passion of mine. Would you like to see it? No. Honestly, I'm not sure I'm ready. It sounds like a big step for you to share something that important with me. I want you to trust me when you let yourself be that vulnerable. Trevor stares at you, but despite the silence lasting way too long, you can't figure out what he's thinking. Only that he seems to be getting closer to you the longer he stares. What an interesting response. He seemed to like that response. We should walk down the beach a bit. Perhaps put some extra space between us and these other uncouth monsters. Trapper turns and begins to walk away from you. Excuse me, I won't be walked out on or told what to do, but a walk does sound nice, so I'll oblige only because I want to. He's already started walking away, but he must have heard you. He doesn't look back, but he does seem to nod slightly. A few quick steps and you've caught back up to him. Trevor looks at you, a piercing look even through his mask. He smirks, but it's not clear why. Then he turns and leaves. Thank the Lord. Just as things are really heating up, you hear a flurry of footsteps behind you, and you quickly spin around, ready to fend off whatever new danger has popped up on this strange island. Only to find that it's Dwight and Claudette sprinting across the beach, clipboards in hand, which they're waving in the air above their heads. It's very important that we stick to the itinerary and attend each event as scheduled. Playing sick for cute flirt points was not a part of this evening's activities. That's strictly slotted in for after campfire story time. At this rate, we'll be late. Playing sick? No, no time for excuses. Well, there is, but that's scheduled for after what comes after the flirting. Go, 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 go! Okay, let's try to set this route straight and make it clear we want to hang out with Spirit, not Trapper. Once everyone is gathered at the fire pit, Dwight and Claudette quickly make an announcement. We're not going to blame anyone in particular, but someone, and we're not going to say who, so don't worry you, hasn't been sticking to the schedule. That means that we're behind on time for evening activities. And we'll only have time for one person to share their special spooky nighttime story. Just one story? But storytime is my favorite activity. This is a narrative-heavy experience. You're telling us that only one person gets to share? How will we decide who? Oh, great. We have to decide as a group? That never goes well. Whoever did this, step up now. I swear I won't be angry. I'll merely chop off your head clean off. No fuss, no muss. Voice trembling, you realize this is probably it for you, but you embrace your fate. Sorry, everyone. I think they're talking about me. To be honest, I still don't understand how this whole schedule thing works. I guess I lost track of time while I was passed out. Been there before. Even though it's taking some pressure off of me, which is an absolute dream come true, is it really fair to pick on the newbie? Seriously, has anything ever happened on schedule, even once? Damn it, Donald. If you try to flex that authority gimmick one more time, so help me, I'll snap your head off so quick, and then I'll drown you in his blood. Cynthia. Fuss and muss are back on. You two know how I love to hack, slash, and slice. We all know you love to kill. It's almost all you talk about. Nobody named any names. Who even knows any names? Not us. I renounced my name. Who's Donald? Who's Dwight? Who even knows anymore? Call me nobody. But we still gotta get started on story time, so... Rin, who do you think should go? Ah, damn it, that's a name. Please, pick somebody quickly so that this tropical vacation doesn't turn into a bloodbath. I choose you, Spirit. I choose you. Whoa. This entire experience is being carefully crafted to avoid IP infringement lawsuit. Let's be careful with the catchphrases, will ya? Oh gosh, this game's so witty. Is that the new Dead by Daylight game? Yes, it is! Look at this queen in front of us. It's a dating simulator. I know. Really? You want to hear from me? Spirit huffs and dramatically rolls her eyes as she gets to her feet in front of the campfire. Don't let her talk you out of it. She's great with ghost stories. I don't know where she gets it, but she comes up with the scariest stuff. Seriously disturbing, even to me, and I literally pulled a guy's skull and spine out once with my bare hands. Talk about bullshit stories. If everyone else is going to chit-chat, I guess I can just sit down and... Huntress's eyes go red behind her mask, and both Trapper and Wraith take their seat. They know when it's worth fighting and when it's not. Ahem. Well, I hate to break it to you, but tonight's story isn't scary. It's a romance. Too late now, though. I was selected, and so I'm going to tell my story. I call it The Prisoner's Kiss. You notice that Huntress and Wraith are both sharing a giant tub of popcorn. Nobody offered you popcorn. It was a dark summer night. Warm rain seeped from the sky like blood from an old wound. Detective Hada, a celebrated investigator and renowned hostage negotiator, was called to the scene of a strange occurrence, unlike anything she had ever seen before. When she arrived, the scene was chaotic. Crowds had begun to gather. A dozen other officers were doing everything they could to keep curious onlookers away. But how could anyone resist wanting to know more? For there, In the middle of a busy market had appeared a giant box, strange, alien in its appearance, and massive in size. No one knew how it got there. Was it delivered? Built on site? In such a busy area, how could something like this just appear? A mystery. It was as if conjured by magic. But this was no illusion. The huge box was very real, and someone was trapped inside. Spirit pauses her story to look from face to face of each of the audience member. She has no expression, but you feel her vibrating with energy. She's in her element. "Help me!" cried someone inside the box. It was a man, terrified, trapped, imprisoned, his voice trembling. But now it was as if every detective in the city was there, looking this strange structure up and down, inspecting it on every side. It didn't make sense. There were no doors, no windows, no fasteners or seams. It was completely solid and much too heavy to move by hand. Solid, that is, except for a single small slit, just enough to see the bloodshot eye of the prisoner trapped inside. "I don't know what happened. I woke up, and here I was. I'm so scared. Please help me," cried the man, as if pleading for his life. No stranger to tense situations, Detective Hada comforted the man. She used her training to calm him and buy some time for other investigators. However, time did not bring clarity, only anxiety as the night dragged on with no progress opening the box. And as the night grew longer, the seeping rain puddling on the ground, the man inside grew more desperate, more sad and lonely, more pathetic and in need of help. But Detective Hada was no help at all. Powerless to save him, guilt began to weigh on her, like it had never had before. "Don't let me die in here," the man begged. "Don't let me die alone." "Stay calm," instructed Detective Hada. "You're not alone. I'm here. Hell, half the town is here. We're all in this together, and we won't let this be the end of your story." Looking through that narrowest of passageways, Detective Hada watched her own reflection in the tear-filled eyes of the strange, sad prisoner. Together they both wept in silence at the hopelessness of the moment. "Promise?" asked the man. "Promise that I'm not alone." "Yes," she promised. "I do." A simple pledge. She felt an instant connection like she had never felt before. Not to her family, not to her friends, not to any of the other hostages she had worked so hard to free before. And so, when the man's eyes closed and backed away, it didn't scare Detective Hada, for she knew he would return, and he did, pressing his lips up to the narrow slit in this horrible puzzle box, repeating his question again, steam flowing from his mouth as he asked, "Promise? Promise that I'm not alone?" "Yes," she promised. "I do." And pressing her palms against the cold outside of the box, without truly knowing why, Detective Hada leaned forward and placed her own lips up to the opening, letting her breath creep into the strange structure, allowing her warm lips to fall on this man's. It was a gentle kiss, a moment of compassion. She could feel in this brief contact the beating of her heart, pulsing blood through every inch of her body, matched beat for beat in this soft touch. "Thank you," said the man, no trace of fear remaining in his voice, and he backed away into the darkness, disappearing in a single moment of eerie calmness. "Get back!" yelled an officer, suddenly thrusting himself between Detective Hada and the box, breaking a silence that would soon be filled by a cacophony of whirring gears and clicking latches, a symphony of mechanical activity happening all at once. Something had triggered, as if an unseen lever pulled, and the inside of the giant box began to slide open. Detective Hada gripped her flashlight tightly and pulled forward into the foggy interior of the giant box. Her feet splashed in the puddled rainwater, her heart racing as she swept her light from side to side. And that's when her eyes landed on the man. Or at least, landed on what should have been him. There, in the corner of a box, was a pile of pieces, like parts of a doll, almost pulled apart, or perhaps that's just how Detective Hada had to think of him in that moment to survive. A collection of segments, limbs, pieces, disconnected from one another, cleanly severed and placed in a neat little pile. And atop that pile, a head, cold, pale, eyes open, lips an icy blue. Spirit stares at the fire, her own expression lifeless, her lips blue. Tears fall from her chin and soak into the sand at her feet. You're blown away by the story, and it's safe to say you're not alone. Everyone else is looking into the fire or up at the sky, anywhere but at Spirit. It was you who chose her, you who initiated this harrowing tale. So sad, so creepy, so sensual? She really went into great detail when it came to describing that kiss. Too much detail, and now no one is sure to act. Dwight and Claudette are staring daggers at you. You have to do something. This game was supposed to be a lighthearted romp. Please, I said do something. I don't know if I want to hug her. She seems very... I feel like that's gonna... She's not really into that. I'm gonna hug her. You stand, without saying anything, approach Spirit, reaching your arms in for a hug. Her robe, hovering in the air, begins to wrap itself around you and squeeze you into her. It's kind of like being hugged back, but also like being tied up. It's certainly not what you expected. Instinctually, you pull yourself away, but it's an awkward moment and you nearly fall over into the fire. Spirit says nothing and floats away without so much as a goodbye. You, meanwhile, realize everyone had just watched this truly strange interaction from the corners of their eyes. On that note, everyone decides it's time to take a break and split up for a little bit so that they can all have a moment alone before bed. Everyone leaves and you're alone by the fire. The only thing you hear is the ocean slowly lapping against the shore. This is nice. A true moment of peace and tranquility that lasts for all of 7 seconds because Trickster shows up, and he's blaring his latest song. Hey baby, you look lonely. Mind if I join you? He doesn't wait for an answer. I know you've been hearing from these guppies all day, but I want you to hear something from a big fish like me. Something special those in charge of the island don't want you to hear. I am the ultimate catch on this island, the only lobster in an ocean of sardines. No one can give you what I can. You just have to find me. Come find me, baby. Trickster leaves. You're a bit confused about what to make of his cryptic clues, but you aren't going to get any time to yourself to think about them just yet. Spirit approaches you. You know, I was watching you while I told my story. I could tell it was having an effect on you. This fog that follows me around, I could feel you breathing heavily, taking me in. You and I are both absolutely flabbergasted at that piece of information. Legit, you learn something new every day, even when you're a god. I mean, a narrator. You're doing it again, right now. You need to calm down. You should come to the hot tub with me. Dipping in hot tubs with the Spirit. You come a long way in a single day. I'm not saying you shouldn't follow her. An offer like that. Just don't forget our little talk. I don't care about you, Ocean. I'm hanging with Spirit, so the game knows I want to be with Spirit. Oh, okay, we don't even get a choice. We just do it. You and your storyteller friend slip into the water. It's just the right temperature for an evening dip. Plus, if some jealous shark comes along and manages to jump from the ocean into the pool, you're also pretty sure your killer companion could handle it. I just want to be totally clear. Even though the story bore some similarities to my life, it was not about me in any way, shape, or form. Not symbolically, not metaphorically, not any other iggly. I believe you completely. Sure, you were cut into pieces in your life, and so was the person in the story. A perfectly normal coincidence. Sure, you're on this island, trapped one might say, in a most puzzling place. Almost a completely regular coincidence. And sure, his lips were blue, and your lips are blue. Really? You would call this blue? Searching for answers, hoping to find... revenge. Okay, so the similarities stop there, I guess. Coincidences. Sorry, the coincidences. Get this through your head, whoever you are. Samurai blood runs through my veins. Or, well, maybe it is coagulated right now. No need to sweat the details. Regardless, I'm a descendant of noble warriors. Thousands of years of training with bladed weapons preceded my entrance into this world. Do you know how many swords that is? A lot. You've got to figure out that with that many sharp edges, a person is bound to get disconnected from a body part here and there. The truth is, and I wouldn't typically share this, so don't go blabbing about it. I dreamt that story, like watching a movie in my sleep, when I was just a little girl, years before my father sunk this blade into my skin. I've never been able to shake it. It's a very adult story for a child to dream. Do you believe me? Yes. Who cares? Yes. Yes. I know we just met, but yes, I do believe you. The way you told that story, it clearly came from someplace deep. Fool. Who taught you to trust a stranger? You're going to get hurt if you don't want to take better care of yourself. Now you've got me wondering, do I believe you if you believe her or not? And if I know everything, because trust me, I do know everything, don't I already know the answer to my own question about if I believe your answer to Spirit's question? Whoa. Ocean Air got me tripping. Oh. This game, it said ocean air got me tripping. Okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to distract us both. What's important is that a certain corpsey cutie floating in a cloud of magical mist might still be waiting for you to say the right thing and free her from her puzzle box. If you believe that she is the... Damn it, got me going again. Unfortunately, before you can follow this conundrum to what will surely be a mind-numbing cycle of new questions, you find a certain someone standing before you with a fresh towel, ready to dry you off. Sorry, kids, but it's time for bed. I might be the youngest one here, but I'm no kid. I do, however, love being wrapped up in a fresh, clean towel. My mother used to help me wash my hair when I was young. She'd comb out all of the tangles and tie a ribbon around it before sending me on my way. I miss her. You watch as Spirit stares off into the distance, her hand gripping it into a tight fist. She doesn't notice you're watching her, at first. When she catches you looking, she turns away, roughly grabs a towel from Dwight, and then pushes him and Claudette aside as she floats off. You head over to the campfire. The heat is comforting on this chilly night. Looking into the crackling embers, you think about Spirit's story about the prisoner and the puzzle box. If you manage to escape this place, will you leave with your life? Or has it already been taken from you and it's just a matter of time until you make a gruesome discovery? Before you can dwell too much on your face, Claudette and Dwight arrive, the now familiar creepy smile stretching from ear to ear. It's a bit menacing to see a smile like that lit by firelight. We must apologize for the accommodations. We weren't prepared for another guest, but we're going to make you comfortable, or die trying. They hand over a pillow and blanket and welcome you to snuggle up by the fire. Perhaps some music will put you at ease. Just try to keep the volume to a minimum. Our other guests aren't the types you'll want to rob of their beauty sleep. Okay, I think we're going to have to go through the instructions again. Okay. Let's listen to the music. It's just literally like a video of theirs. We're doing this. I like this. This is the theme. Or I guess we just turn it back off. No matter how many things you listen to, you still can't sleep. You decide to ask one of the killers to spend a little more time with you until you're sleepier. Who would you like to summon to your side as you lay by the fire? Take a guess. Spirit, are you around? I was wondering if I could get a little company. Spirit tells you her secret for falling asleep when she's feeling restless. I like to listen to flute music, dab on some essential oils, and steam my pores. Really? What? Even the dead like to relax. I don't really have any of those things around. Spirit reaches out and presents you with a unique item. It's a small comb, carved from bamboo. I guess you could hold on to this. It was a gift from my mother. I will want it back, though. And if you lose it, well... You'll get your revenge on me? If it's the last thing I do. You finally start to feel sleepy. Except, maybe this isn't really a sleepy feeling. Maybe you're paralyzed. You try to keep your eyes open, but you can't. Darkness overtakes you. The dark voice from earlier speaks to you again. It shouldn't still be as spooky. By now you've had a whole day of strange voices in your head, but this one is still undeniably odd. The human body is made up of 60% water. Did you know that? Of course you did. Everyone knows that, even amnesiac video game protagonists. Well, guess what? Drink as much as you'd like. You'll never get up to 100%. Do you hear me? Don't think I don't see what you're up to. What? You think I'm trying to become 100% water? You awake suddenly to see someone looming over you. Huntress is rifling through your pockets. Huntress? The fuck? This is new? Oh, you're awake. I wasn't stealing from you. Merely trying to get to know you better by seeing what sort of trinkets you keep close by. I saw you with a Spirit right before bedtime. Look, I'm not saying I don't trust them, but... Well, yes, I am saying that. I don't trust anyone. I don't trust anyone I don't already have tied up. So I was making sure they didn't do anything fishy. And I was making sure you're not a soldier. Soldiers killed my father, you know. Well, I've got you. You should really consider spending some more time with me. I'm not scary. You're not? Not at all. I'm just a lost girl on a big island. I've been watching you since you got here, you know. Not in a creepy way. Huntress pauses for a long moment. All right, in a charmingly creepy way. I've noticed how fun-loving you seem. If you spend some time with me tomorrow, maybe I'll take you to the special place I found. It's all mine. None of the other killers have been able to find me there. It's quiet and isolated. Maybe I'll even show you how to make beef stroganoff. That all sounds very enticing. I'll let you get back to bed. It's been a long day. Shh. Huntress places a gigantic hand on your forehead and your eyes flutter closed. Finally alone, for real this time, maybe, you drift off to sleep again. Hopefully you're not poisoned. Wait a second. Where are we? This isn't... Oh, geez, it is. It's one of those reality show confessional rooms where all the contestants talk directly to the camera. Look, I don't need anyone. I've been perfectly fine on my own since my mother died. I eat an all-organic diet of raw deer, bear, and human, and I'm fit as a fiddle. My mouth is already having trouble speaking. And that being said, something about this newcomer makes me think that I might be missing out on some huge part of this thing called life. There's always time to turn things around. Like that one time I spent day and night searching for food in vain. Only to return to my cabin, spent and starving, to find a family of squirrels nesting in my chimney. They were delicious. If I'm being honest, I want to kill just about every person I meet within a minute of meeting them. Even the few people I can tolerate I want to see suffer for a long time, before I kill them. But this person, for some reason I would like them to continue living. For now. One false step and... well, you know, everyone calls me Trapper for a reason, and they better call me Trapper. I swear if I watch this later and you list me as Evan, I'm going to kill the Chiron guy. Yeah, today was fun. I don't want to get ahead of myself or really, invest in something that might hurt me, so I don't know. Maybe we'll just see how it goes. Or maybe they'll realize I'm not the one for them. They seem pretty smart, so that's probably what'll happen. I gotta learn to go easier on myself. Who could love me if I can't love myself? There we go. That's life advice for you. I know that everyone thinks of me as a beautiful, cold-blooded monster. I can't help it. Circulation just isn't my thing. I don't choose to be cold. I got an achievement called Obsessed Much. Oh, I think it's just... I've had this game... I think it's just that... So when we first got this game, I played it for like 3 hours with my friend. I don't choose to be cold. This cute hat and robe? Okay, those are a choice, sure. If someone were to come around and capture my heart, at least that beats being stabbed in it. Besides, if I'm going to get bloody revenge on a society that has used me and thrown me away, maybe it wouldn't hurt to have a little help. Okay. We're gonna save, and we're gonna stop here. As you can see, we literally have 4 hours in it. I don't know why it says 4 hours when it says 3 hours right here. Okay, I know this was a shorter stream. Okay, I'm gonna still be invisible, but pretend I'm here. I recognize that this was a shorter stream. Yeah, that's all I got. I recognize this has been a shorter stream. I don't think I'm going to be doing really long episodes of this one, mainly because it's just a graphic novel, and my mouth gets tired of speaking. And I recognize that I've played games that are essentially graphic novels in the past, like Danganronpa. I've had a 6-hour stream with that one, but like, I don't want to get through this really fucking fast, you know? I want to make it several-parter. And I have no idea how long this game is. So, thanks everyone for stopping by. Thanks Code Glitch 34234 and Rose for stopping by and chatting with me. Just a reminder, if you want to see any of my previous VODs, you can find my YouTube at Imp Aurora. Just like my Twitch, but replace the 1 in my username with a capital I. I'll upload this VOD there as well. Just, yeah. I will catch you next time. See ya.